I'd like to give you a personal story about how wildlife tourism impacted me personally. In a way, you could call it an origin story. So, my first ever international trip was in northern Thailand, in Chiang Mai. It was a 3-week program that I was involved in. And in the first week, I volunteered at a place called the Elephant Nature Park. You could call it a retirement home for elephants that have been used in the entertainment industry, whether it be elephant riding or being used for shows, or even elephants that have been used for logging as well. A vast majority of the time, elephants that have been used for these practices, they are kept in very inhumane conditions. I'll get to the specifics of that in a future video. It's frankly very dark, but I want to keep it to the main point of the story. Since those elephants have been kept in such horrid conditions, they needed a place to go to, and that's when they would be rescued and be brought to a facility like this one. Now, this is a little different compared to what other elephant sanctuaries, quote unquote, would be. You're not riding on the elephants, or they're not there for shows. They're literally just elephants living their best lives. They're walking around all over the facility, grazing, developing social bonds with other elephants that have been rescued, and creating families. It is an incredible place. I even remember when I first stepped foot on the property, I immediately got choked up and I felt so emotional. This place, it felt like home to me, and I wasn't fully sure why it felt like that. It just felt like a paradise. I felt so inspired by what they were doing there. So much so that I felt that someday I wanted to run a facility like that. And that's why I feel like wildlife tourism is such an impactful thing. That's really one of the main reasons why I started this, because I want to be able to make an impact, not just for the planet, but for the individual. And when we see these things and when we experience them, we start to care about them more. And when we care about them, we want to help them. And if this resonated with you and you're interested in hearing potentially more stories in the future, or if you want some insights on how to be a more responsible traveler, especially when it comes to wildlife, feel free to follow for more. I hope you see the world for the world.